Alrighty, so it says a sequence of transformations maps rectangle ABCD onto A double prime, I should say it this way, ABCD double prime, as shown in the diagram below. And I can see this one here is like the first because there's no prime notation, okay? And then the second is this one here because there's a single prime notation. And then the third will be right there because there's a double prime notation. So now that I see kind of the sequence that we're going in, I know I'm starting with this one here. And they're looking for the sequence that completes this mapping. So they're saying, how did you go from this first object to that second? And this could be like one of two things, I think, either a translation down or a reflection over that line. So with any of these problems, you want to check out orientation and compare them. It's the best way to start. So the orientation from A to B to C is, we can see that is what we call clockwise. And then in the second, our first image, A to B to C, that's actually going the opposite direction. It's going counterclockwise. So when you compare the orientation, you can see that it changed, and that only happens in a reflection. So that's how I know answer choice C is wrong, because it's saying it starts with a translation. So I can actually rule out answer choice C and D. And you can see A and B, it's starting with a reflection. And then it's a matter of, well, how did you go from this rectangle to the third rectangle? And instead of trying to answer it, I'm just going to look at the multiple choice. In the first one, it says, a reflection, good, followed by rotation. And that looks to be correct. It looks like it's getting spun just 90 degrees, a quarter turn, since it's going from one quadrant 3 to quadrant 4. This isn't a translation. A translation would just kind of move the rectangle like that, and that's not what's happening. So this was originally a reflection because orientation changed, and then a rotation because our rectangle got spun.